Hey everybody, Saigan here. Been a while since I did a video blog thing. Anyhow, the main reason that I'm doing this is Dragon Quest X. Oh my god, there's news on, well, there's no US release date, but the game just came out for the Wii U in Japan. All of the news sites are freaking out again about it being a colossal flop, and once again, they couldn't be more wrong. I'm going to actually blame the Escapist on this one. I think they're one of the earlier ones to do it. Anyhow, they're saying that it tanked on the Wii U and only selling 33,000 units in a week. Well, here's the thing. They're doing it for week ending March 31st. Anyone know why that's interesting? I'll tell you why that's interesting. The game released on March 30th. So they're comparing Dragon Quest X's week-long sales with a bunch of other games' week-long sales for, you know, the week ending March 31st. Dragon Quest X has only had 2 days to rack up any sales at that point, as opposed to other games that have been out, you know, for another week or two, like Luigi's Mansion, for instance. So those games had all week to rack up numbers. Dragon Quest X only had 2 days. Is it still a low-selling Dragon Quest game? Yes, of course it is. Nobody thought that it was going to be the highest-selling Dragon Quest game. Nobody did. Japan still is not big on the idea of MMOs, and quite frankly, a lot of the user base in the US doesn't like MMOs. There's this weird stigma attached to them. People don't like the fees, people don't like having to get a new system for something, people don't like getting online and playing with other people. My Captain Morgan cup. Give you 2 guesses what I'm drinking. Well, at the same time that these reports came out, who is it? ComputerandVideoGames.com released much more interesting numbers. And those numbers show that the week prior, the Wii U had sold 11,000, a little over 11,000 units, and for the week of the Dragon Quest X launch, it sold almost 23,000 units. They more than doubled their sales of units thanks to one game. Almost 10,000 units were sold, looking like, just for Dragon Quest X. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Dragon Quest X on the Wii U is going to have poor sales because it is still a weak system. There's not a large install base like the Wii. The fact that almost half of their sales of the hardware that week was for a single game, that's good news. The fact that the game still managed to sell 33,000 copies in 2 days when everybody wants to see it fail. I'll repeat it again, and I'm getting tired of repeating it. The game is not failing. Gaming media seems to have it out for Squeenix right now. Squeenix seems to have it out for Squeenix right now. The people who have blamed Dragon Quest for, you know, record losses at Square Enix haven't been paying attention. Dragon Quest has already made their money back. They're not losing money on Dragon Quest. They are still losing money on their other franchises. Specifically Final Fantasy. On the Final Fantasy front, 14 begrudgingly sounds like it's doing really, really well. I have several people that I'm speaking to who are all in the Final Fantasy XIV beta. They all say that it's amazing, it's really changed, it's a lot of fun to play. Great game. I'm honestly happy to hear that. And I'm still going to defend my statements about their trailer video. And yes, it's a trailer. Look up the definition of trailer. If you don't think that that was a trailer, then you need to read your dictionaries. It was still a crap trailer, and that's what my previous rant was about. I'm glad the game is shaping up, because I like good games. I like success stories. That's why I was following the Skullgirls stuff. Okay, so Dragon Quest X. Now that I've tackled that one again, I get a new system today. I wanted to do a short review on it. It's been getting mixed reviews. No, I won't lie. It's not mixed reviews. The Neo Geo X released back in, I think, December. And I've just kind of been waiting to get one. And Best Buy's used website, cowboom.com, has them now for like $100, which is half of what they were originally. The Neo Geo X is a emulator system designed after the Neo Geo AES, which was home hardware that perfectly played the arcade games from the Neo Geo MVS systems. Fantastic, fantastic arcade games. Anybody who's been on my channel for a while knows that I'm a fan of SNK and the Neo Geo games. Anyhow, the Neo Geo X came out. I finally ordered one. Wanted to do a review on it for its own merits. And we'll do some comparing, and we'll discuss why people think this is a failure and why I don't think it actually is. So first up is the arcade stick. This is actually modeled exactly after the AES arcade stick. It feels just like it too. I haven't opened it up myself, but I did watch some teardown videos. They look practically identical on the inside as well. Good news about the arcade stick. It's USB. You can use it on your PC. Works great on MAME. I've been playing Fatal Fury using this. And it also works on the PS3 as well. You can play King of Fighters 13 on a Neo Geo licensed stick. So good. What else? Let me grab it here. Hang on. My son and I have actually been playing this most of the day, since he had a fantastic day at school. Surprise, he's terrible at Metal Slug, and I don't know how long I'm going to be playing that one with him. But he does like Strike League bowling. Anyhow, the next part of the system is the handheld, which this is it right here. It actually has a really nice screen. It's fairly light. Some people have complained about that, making it feel cheap. Some other folks have complained about the stick being super clicky. I love this stick. If you've ever played on Neo Geo hardware before, like the Pocket Color or on the AES stick, they all click. Oh, it is a majestic noise. I really like the stick. It's my favorite part of this. Let's go ahead and turn it on for you. The button layout is a bit weird for fighting games. Not a fan of the button layout, but most of them you can configure. Boot time. Really, really long boot time. I don't know why it takes so long to boot up. We'll give it a moment. Alright, so here we go. The screen is very, very crisp. And also a bit glary with my computer screen. You'll have to forgive me. But it does actually look decent when there's not a computer screen shining on it. Another complaint that people have made... Where's Art of Fighting? There's Art of Fighting. Is that the dimensions of the screen are 16 by 9. Totally true. Yes, the dimensions of the screen are 16 by 9. The default resolution for the games, 16 by 9. Completely valid. Nobody actually took the time to read the freaking instruction manual, because if you press the L button... Look at that! Puts it back at 4:3. It's not stretched anymore. Read your manuals before you make a complaint about something. No real complaints about the handheld. I think it's kind of gimmicky that you have to charge it on your docking station. But it controls well. The battery life is okay. I mean, it lasts longer than a PSP. So I can't really complain too much there. It's not as good as like a DS battery life. It's not going to run you 8 to 12 hours. This will run you maybe 3 or 4 hours. The fact that it needs the docking station to charge kind of hurts its portability. Gonna have to knock off some points for that. The docking station itself is, again, modeled after the AES system, which I would love to have, but money, oh my god. We'll get to that as one of the pros for this thing. People have complained about it being flimsy. Well, it's light. I don't plan on throwing it against any walls, though. Anyhow, silly thing pops open. You dock your system inside there. And this does both HDMI and component out for TV video. It looks hilariously stretched on my big screen. On one of my old CRTs, it looks fine. There have been complaints from some folks about red colors bleeding. I'm not having that issue. It might be due to their TV settings. They might actually have a legitimately bad unit. Hard for me to say, but so far I've had a positive experience with the video output on this. Is it as good as the real thing? Well, no. The actual systems have a lot more heft to them. They feel sturdier. But you have to remember that a Neo Geo AES is going to run you easily in the realm of $200, if not more. And that's probably just going to get you one joystick, with an additional joystick running you anywhere between $50 and $100. Those joysticks are only going to work with the AES. I can use this on 3 different systems and it feels just as good as the AES joystick. Games. This thing comes preloaded with 20 games on it. AES cartridges on the low end are $30 a pop, and that is for one single game. Some people say, well, just buy the games you want. I'm not going to lie. It's on my bucket list of game collecting to get an AES along with what are unfortunately some of the rarest titles for the system. I'd love a copy of, you know, each of the Metal Slug games, which, holy crap, those are expensive. King of Fighters 98, another really expensive one. Garou, Mark of the Wolves, holy crap, that game goes for like $600 on the AES. So, cost is a certain valid thing to bring up. You could also get a consoleized MVS system. The MVS is the actual arcade hardware. Some people have gone in and actually built consoles up around it and, you know, put on HDMI and component support and made it like a full-blown console, but it's got the original arcade hardware in there. Those are really, really cool, but you're looking at $600 on the low end for just the system. That's not even counting the arcade sticks. The carts are legitimately a lot cheaper than the AES carts, where AES carts have a tendency to run from like $30 to $600. MVS carts have a tendency to only run from like $10 to $100, with some various extreme cases, like King of Fighters 2003. I think that one's fairly hard to find. I could be wrong. Emulating it. I like having the branded hardware. I'm a collectioner. I'm a collector. Collectioner. I'm a collector. I like having things that say Neo Geo on them. When I get out of my apartment one day and get back into a house, you can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to be finding a 4-slot MVS to go into my garage. It's a requirement. I love the system. I love the games. Not just the fighters, those are my preferred ones, but a lot of the other ones. King of the Monsters, I don't brand that one as a fighter. That's more of a wrestling game. Metal Slug, of course. Baseball Stars. Hell yeah, Baseball Stars. Fantastic system. Fantastic company. They've had a couple of missteps over the years, but that's why they died. And then they came back to life. If you like Neo Geo games, or you're looking for a good way to get entered into the Neo Geo SNK fandom and want to see why it has kind of this cult following of fans who will say, you know, SNK fighters are the best, or, you know, the sports titles were the best, because Baseball Stars, it's not a bad system to start out with, and you can get one of these used on Best Buy's used game website, cowboom.com, for $100, free shipping. It comes with the handheld, it comes with one arcade stick, and it comes with the docking bay. 20 games preloaded. Some of them even have the Ninja Masters cart, which was released alongside it by Tomo. Just, you know, remember, it's an emulator system. For what it does pretty well. The hardware is actually pretty beefy. If you look at the stripped down information for it, people have already managed to hack it. They can get most Neo Geo ROMs running on the damn thing, which is cool too. I can't wait to play Garo on yet another system, because I haven't gotten my fill of it on Xbox or GGPO emulator or the Dreamcast. I love playing these games. I like seeing how they compare across the different systems. There's no input lag. All the games play right. I introduced my son to Samurai Showdown 2 earlier, and he was pretty fed up with me by our third match. Oh, okay, that's something else. There's no way to change how many credits you get for each of the games. That is really a turnoff for a lot of players, because I don't know if you've tried to get through Metal Slug on 4 credits. It's really damn hard. Personally, I started doing my series of 1 credit playthroughs, so it doesn't bother me too much. If I die, I tend to restart anyways. I like to see how far I can get off of just 1 coin, so when I go to the local arcade, I can show off for everybody there. For the fighting games, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really affect the multiplayer too much. If you're jumping in for a match, it just sets you back to having 3 credits left over, regardless of how many times you lose. So you can kind of use that to cheat the system if you have another controller plugged in. You know, if you run out of credits, just, you know, start up the other controller and jump in again, and that might work. Anyhow, I think the system is getting more flack than it's deserving. The price point is fair. At $200 for a new system, the price point is fair. Actually, they're down to $150 new anyways, so that's even better. The arcade sticks, $50 new, $30 used. That's a good price for it. Usually high quality arcade sticks go for like $100. Or $150. Those are the tournament editions from Mad Catz that you see sometimes that have all the nice Sanwa parts. Way more responsive than these, but these are not bad sticks. They're not Sanwa, but they're also only $30 to $50. I can't think of anything else. So, Dragon Quest X. Not doing as bad as everyone wants you to think. Final Fantasy XIV. Doing a hell of a lot better than I thought it would. Neo Geo X. Pretty darn good system. I'm happy with it. And if you guys want to see more of the Neo Geo X stuff, I'm thinking about maybe doing reviews for each of the games that are on the Neo Geo X as part of SNK's attempt to revive their old franchises and continue reviving their company. There's going to be another SD card coming out with like 10 games on it. I think sometime in April or May. So if you guys want to see some Neo Geo reviews, I'll be happy to do them. And that's it. More Monster Hunter coming. Dragon Quest Monsters and Dragon Quest X. I know I didn't finish them. I know everybody wants to see more Dragon Quest X. I've just been really, really tired lately, and I need to finish Monster Hunter. So those will come back. Just keep an eye on the channel. It might be another month or two. It might be a couple of days. I never really know where my mind is on what I'm going to be playing. But anyhow, long video. I talked about like 3 different things, so I'll forgive myself. Thanks for watching, everybody. You're awesome. You, right there. You. All right. Thanks for watching. This is Saigan. I'll see you guys next time. Happy gaming.